we are back again. It is still quarantine, but we got some work we're doing outside. Today we got going on our 2004 Chevy Venture. Last time we recharged the AC and it's blowing the hella cold. So we're back today because I had a little leak in the coolant system. Couldn't find it. And then guess what? I found it. Now it's a bad radiator. We're going to pull this out and put a new one in. I'm going to show you guys how to do it. Some step-by-steps I'm going to show you. Other things I'm going to let you know what I did. I'm taking these bars off right here. And this one on this side too. I got to empty out all the fluid. My drain for the radiator is on that side, which I'm going to have to drain all the fluid out. And first bolt I took out is this one back there. It should be a 1/2 inch, and these up here are 10 millimeters, what I've been using. Just take the bolts out. Don't forget about this one that's holding in the fuse box. Get that out so you have more accessible when you pull out. Now I'm just going to put this over here. The radiator, and then that you can just move aside. So that way you have all that room when it comes out. I also took out the hose that leads to the reservoir. I'm going to start disconnecting the wires to the cooling fans, and I'll show you that. Make sure you keep all your bolts close. Don't lose them, because you're going to put them right back. And more bolts on this side. There's that one, and then those two right there I'm going to remove. And the plug is going to be underneath there. I got to take off that cover. Those are more 10 millimeter bolts right there and down there. I'm going to jack this up a little bit higher so I can get it. See, you can see maybe if the glare comes out. Yeah, there it is. See that fluid leaking right there? And that's because it's collecting down where the radiator sits in, and it has rusted through. I couldn't find the leak anywhere else, and we looked in and I got rust and just all types of discoloration in the fluid. So I'm going to give me a new radiator. It's needing it. I've had some fluid issues, so that should be my culprit. Once I get down to the drain, I'll show you where it's at. So I'm just going to remove the reservoir that holds my extra coolant. I already got the screw out, but now it's in there and there. If it's still full of fluid, that's fine. Just don't spill it. Put my there. Just pour it in there. Container. Because you don't want to flush that down the sewers, please. We want to keep our sewers clean for only rainwater and that kind of stuff. Keep our environment. So this is actually too clear. It needs to be a little bit thicker. My mix was not like it's supposed to. We'll show you how to mix that properly as well. But go ahead and empty out all your fluid in there, so that way you have an empty container. And then I'll show you to take the plate off right here. Completely up to you, but for more room, I am decided to take off my air intake and this container that holds the air filter, so I can have more room. And then I'm going to remove the hose here, start disconnecting these wires, and down here as well. The drain I haven't got to, but I will show you. It's way down there, which we're going to get that from underneath. So if you want to remove all this the best you can, so you can have more room to work, that way you can get this out. I'm not sure if you're able to see, but these bolts right here, let's go ahead and take them out. Remember where you keep them. And then I think you can see a drain should be up in there. See if I can't get you a better look. See all that rust? That means the water has been collecting for some time. It's been leaking. Ooh, yeah, that looks pretty. All the way down. Let's go ahead and get me a new radiator. What do you think? It's the original one, of course. There's the drain right there. See that white clip? That is the drain plug. I'm going to drain it so that way all the fluid's out of it, and then I'm going to take it back up top and show you. Now it's just like a regular you know, screw or bolt, righty tighty, lefty loosey. Went ahead and took off radiator cap, and look, see how that gook? Yeah, that's probably what the radiator looks like on the inside, which is no good. So get inside there, and I'm gonna take that hose off where I detached it from there. In there. While I'm holding the camera, check me out. Out. See? Ooh, look at that. See it? Full of fluid. I gotta drain all that out. It looks all rusted. Alright. So, what I've done is that clip is kind of hard. You probably can't see it now. Use some pliers to help open that up to where I can start the draining process. And just let it drain until it's empty. While that's draining, I've started to disconnect cables to the fans and get that stuff out of the way. You're going to find some bolts that's going to hold the housing of the fans here and down at the bottom over here as well. I don't know if you can focus see them on there, and the other one's down there, which I will show you. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to remove these 4 bolts. I don't know if you can see it because of the shadow. Yeah, there's a better view. 1, 2, 3, 4, and those 4 bolts right there, and then I'm going to loosen that up so I'm able to move those mounts back so I can have more clearance. Well, actually the clearance I need in order to remove the radiator and the fan. Good rule of thumb before we get too far. So I went ahead and pre-lubricated these bolts here that I'm going to be taking off here. They are going to be tough because they pretty much never move. So hopefully I have shot them with some spray lubricant so that when I'm ready to nudge them off, they should be loose. But so the size socket you need is, I don't know if you can read that, that's 1/2 inch to remove each one of these. Probably loud as hell. Ooh, move this one back. So now once those are loose, you should be able to smooth those back like so. So that one's got an extra bracket right there. So I'm going to take off. So you're going to run into this problem, I'm sure. You have a bolt. It's right there. It is pretty tight, and it's holding this wire casing on to that bracket. So what you'll have to do is you'll have to turn it up. I did it with pretty strong bar because it was kind of tight, and I just had it hold in position right there, and then there's your clearance. Now I'm going to get the 4 bolts. There's one right there. The one, well, I'm going to get that one out as well. And then there's the other one right there. Oh, you can't see it. That's it. It's in there. I'm going to take that out. So I moved this wire. Get it out of my way. If you can see it down there. Better. There we go. Get that all nice and loose. 10mm. That's what you need. I'm just undoing that one right there. You can see it. Just so you can get that bracket out, because that will hold you up. Don't forget about the one over here. So just the opposite side, you got one more bolt just the same. 10mm. 10mm. Then go ahead and take out the mount one. See, there they are. Let's take them out, set them aside. Now that mount's free. We're almost there. It's another telltale sign of a bad radiator. That is not supposed to be the color of any pipe on your vehicle, especially running water and fluid to keep your engine cool in these hot summer days. So if you see this anywhere around the radiator inside when you pop out, it's a telltale sign of something is not right with your radiator. Mine's definitely gone. We're going to get a new one, and I'll show you what the color of it's supposed to be. Yep, there is a problem. Not supposed to look like that, leaking all from the top there. Not supposed to have water leaking from your radiator. Signs of need to get a new. Looks like this is in my way right here, so I'm going to have to remove this and just slide that with the cable out of the way so I can have more clearance. There is my cooling fan assembly out. Now you can get a better look of the actual damage on the inside here. Yeah, that is a no-no and no good when it comes to radiator functionality, I guess. I don't know what the word is, but we're gonna get that out of there. I gotta loosen that out, take that hose off, loosen that up. And whatever I got on that side to get it out. Yeah, look at that. Look at how bad that is. Not supposed to look like that. So I'm gonna get that all replaced, get a new radiator in here. Hopefully this will work better for me. And hopefully I can get some cold AC on my side, because the cold AC only blows on passenger side. So if you ever want to ride in some cold AC, my van's it, but don't ever drive it because you'll be hot as shit. It's a little O-ring that's holding on that you're gonna have to get off. That way this should pop right out. Just like so. One more clip down there. Same thing.
Is it 20 years?
So we have removed those lines. There's one, there's the other one. I've just tucked them out the way for now. You can see they're no longer connected. Next thing is I'm going to see what this is connected to and remove that. Then we're going to pull this right in.
Yes?
Yep. Right there. Got to take those off. Take that bolt out. Back in there, that's where it's at. an 8mm. There we go. Get a better look at this. All that time driving, it's not supposed to look like that. So that's a bad radiator. It was stuck on there pretty damn good. Now I can get that hose off. Hose is still good, but that, look at that, it was just chipping away. No good. So we're gonna get a new one from Advanced. So they take care of me. So I'm gonna go get one from them, and we'll show you. Here it comes. Here we are with the new radiator that I just got from my friends at Napa. Advanced had it, but they were a little bit expensive, so I went with a little more affordable, same style, but this is exact fit on my 2004 Chevy Venture. See? Old, new. That's how it's supposed to look. And we'll install it. Don't forget the rubber housing on the bottom of your old radiator, because your new ones probably won't come with one. My new ones didn't, so I'm stripping them off, and it's easier to go ahead and put them in place where they go before you put them on there. That way you'll know that's exactly where you need to slide your radiator. So go ahead and do that. Getting the new radiator in now. Just getting some of the harder screws to line back up. It's a problem you're going to run into, but just take your time, finagle it, make sure it's in straight. Okay, so we've got those two back on. Went ahead and put those rubber mountings back in place where they belong. I'm going to get the hose attached and put that. Okay, got the fan housing back in there, going plugged in. Going to put everything back together, put those down, and then we're going to start her up after we put some fluid in it. Burp her, and then see how far she goes down. Alright, we got those back in. Got the hose. I'm about to get the rest. The air intake, everything, and then we're going to start it. So we got everything back together, all my hoses. We check everything. We're going to burp our system. Make sure we got all the fluid running through right. Leaks. Oh yeah, it's coming out. That's your pressure valve right there. You want to have that flow, let it burp. Continue to pour it in there. A little more air. Bubble out. Another one right here. Loosen it up. Whoop! Shit. Pop the bottle, baby. Take it out a little bit. Once you check your pressure, make sure it's good. It's all flowing. Everything is running as it should. No leaks. It's going to be hot. So that concludes on how you change your radiator on a 2004 Chevy Venture. If you got any questions, leave them down at the bottom. Like, subscribe, comment. If you guys got any other ideas for videos, or if you need help with your vehicles, leave a comment. Be able to help you out.